live. I should have moved my breast pump before I started. I was just sitting here getting that done. Okay, it's Thursday. Scarlett, what's the big deal? It's Thursday. Come here. You want to be on? Here we go. It's Thursday. I'm excited to be here with you. I'm Alexandra Harbushka. This is Scarlett. I'm the founder of alexandraharbushka.com. I'm also the founder of Secret Society Wellness and also the founder of Life With Herpes. So Scarlett's busy. She has things to go do. All right. So welcome. This is your opportunity to ask your questions when it comes to herpes, life, marriage, babies, mommy, IVF, wellness, health. I don't know what else. We can just go on and on about it. So anyways, I'm excited to be here with you on this Thursday. Okay. So let's go live. You can feel free to ask your questions here in the chat. Thanks for the hearts. I love it here in the chat. Or you can ask them through the stories. There were lots of questions. Okay. So how accurate is the PCR test for HSV? You know, I don't know. I've never heard of the PCR test until it was for COVID. So I honestly don't know that much about PCR. I don't know what it stands for. I know that when you do get tested for herpes, they do a blood draw and they're checking for the IgG or IgM, the antibodies that are in our blood that will detect if we have the antibodies to the virus. If we have the antibodies, then we have the virus. So I honestly don't know about the PCR test, but I can tell you the antibodies, if you test positive for antibodies, it's pretty accurate that you have herpes. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate or fortunate. I don't know what the right answer is. What is the best way to disclose to someone? So that one is an important one. I've talked to a lot of people and gotten a lot of different answers. My personal belief in disclosing, if it's somebody that you're interested in, like you're interested in like a long-term, a date, more than something casual, like this is a relationship that you want, I would say there's no need to disclose until you're going to expose yourself to that person. Meaning until you're ready to have sex with them, until you're ready to be at that point in the relationship, there's no need to disclose you have herpes. Something that I was just posting on the stories is we get all in our head like, oh, we're going on this date and oh my gosh, we're going to get married and have babies and like build a house on the hill and like, you know, all this stuff, right? We forget that like it's just a date or it's just coffee and it may be 3 dates, 5 dates. So you will know when you're ready. So as soon as you know you're ready, I believe it's something really simple that starts like, hey, I want to talk about our sexual health. You know, I like where this is going. I want to, you know, take to the next level whenever we're both ready, but I want to be prepared for that. Let's just talk about our sexual health. And at that point, you open the conversation about talking about STDs and past partners, not necessarily like how many people, but just like, have you been tested before? You know, and that just gives you an opportunity to bring up herpes, also bring up, let's go get tested. So bring up those things. So that's what I recommend. Can herpes look like inflamed pimple down there? I think so. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Pimples, I think, look very different. Like I have one coming up here. That's one of those, see like this gonna get this one right here. I feel like pimples come to a head, right? Where I feel like the herpes is a blister. Blisters don't necessarily come to a head. They also can look like paper cuts. An inflamed pimple, probably, if you can pop it and like white stuff comes out, the pus, it's usually a pimple. If like liquidy stuff comes out, then it's a blister. I'm not saying it's herpes. Of course, I'm not a doctor, not a dermatologist or anything for that matter. It would be important that you have these questions, you talk to a medical provider that can answer it for you or get clinically diagnosed by having them look at it and look at your symptoms. If that's something that's on your mind right now, my favorite way to do it is using Herp Alert. They are an online telehealth medical company that only does herpes diagnosis. I don't think I said that right. But anyways, that's what they're specific in. So I'd recommend Herp Alert. You can look them up. And that's what I'd recommend if you're questioning like what you have. Can outbreaks look different from your first ones? Example, blisters first time versus small bumps. Yeah, I mean, I've never had anything like my first outbreak. It was like everywhere and awful. Small bumps, I would say if they look like a blister. Bumps are not necessarily herpes, right? You have to have some sort of a blister, I'd say. And again, a paper cut. Again, if you're questioning and not sure, you should have it looked at. Again, I recommend Herp Alert. Oh, and I forgot to say, use the promo code Life With Herpes, and that will give you, is it 10% off maybe? I can't remember how much they give you off, but they give you things off. Does cold sore spot treatment work for genital herpes? Personally, I've never tried it. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's the same thing. Herpes is herpes, so if it works orally, why wouldn't it work vaginally or genitally? I've never tried it, but try it. Try it. How do you not spread it to your husband? I get this question every single day. You know, one of the things too, I live life. I don't worry about kissing him. I don't worry about sharing anything with him. That's just, in my opinion, not worth, like that. That's just not normal, right? And so I would say that I definitely tell him if I have something going on, like if I feel something happening. I have had herpes for a long time, so the longer you have it, the less outbreaks you have, the less viral shedding that happens. And I would just say, yeah, I communicate with him if I feel like I have an outbreak or feel like one's coming on. Yay, I'm glad it's your first time catching me live. Feel free to ask any questions you want. I love that. How do you keep a fun relationship exciting? I feel like men get bored so quickly. I feel like our life is nothing but boring. It's like we would love to like just have a day of like boredom, but no, I love my life. I'm not saying that. I would say that we are very busy. We are also very busy outdoors. I think outdoors are healthy. The sunshine, the fresh air. We do things together. We have similar hobbies. We like to do that. We also make sure that we take time for ourselves. We do dates. We have a date every single week. We also go on vacation alone. Not necessarily vacation, but like we will do a couple nights alone without Clinton. That's really important to us. So those are some things that we do. If you have sex not realizing you're having an outbreak, can you transmit it to another part of your vagina? If you are having sex not realize, so if you have the antibodies, it's pretty hard to transmit it, to reinfect yourself with it. That's not how viruses work. It's not how the herpes virus works. You don't reinfect yourself with the same virus, so you wouldn't be reinfecting yourself. So if you don't have the antivirals, then yeah, you could potentially reinfect yourself. You're happy for me? Thanks. I'm happy for me too. I don't know why are we, everybody's happy. Everybody should just be happy. Let's just be happy. My shirt makes me happy. It's like a very happy shirt. Is it common to be irritated in your vagina without an outbreak? Yeah, it could be the prodrome. It could be something completely else. It could be, it could be a bacterial infection. I personally like to use the Secret Society Everyday Wellness Oil that we created. It has CBD in it. It has coconut oil. It has some other, I think it has almond. I think it has sweet almond oil. It has tea tree oil. I'm trying to think what else off the top of my head that it has in it. I like to use it all over my body personally. I like to use it on my genitals, my vagina as well. It just feels fresh. It feels like there's rainbows and butterflies. I don't know, I can't describe it. I was also talking to someone who used the Everyday Wellness Oil on her face as well because she got threaded and it was all inflamed. So I think that's the best. I think it's awesome. Again, there's CBD in it, which helps with the inflammation, also helps with the sting. I just think anything with CBD is awesome. Does HSV2 affect your period at all before or after in any way? No, so herpes has nothing to do with your period. It doesn't affect it. It doesn't affect it. It doesn't, has no control over it whatsoever. What it can do is if you are so stressed out about getting herpes, if you're depressed, anxiety, all of those external factors can trickle down and affect your cycle, right? So if you're super stressed, you can get rid of a period. I don't mean it like that. Your period can go away. It can cause it to spot. It can cause it to be on a different cycle. But no, it has no impact on your period. So birth controls do, but herpes does not. What else, guys? Oh, lots of questions. Can I share more info about the retreat in July? Yes. Oh my gosh. So I'm so excited. We're doing our first live retreat in July 30th, 31st, and August 1st. I'm very excited about it. There's a max number of occupancy for 25 people. We're keeping it really, really intimate. We're keeping it small. We're keeping it so that we can get to know one another. I did not want one of those really big things that was like, hey, you over there. Like, no, I want it really intimate, small, and so that we can connect and grow and do that. We have guest speakers coming in, like we have some doctors. I have a naturopath right now ready to go, my OBG. We have Dr. Sammy, who actually is not able to make it, but she's going to do a pre-recording for the group. We have a chef showing us how to have high lysine diets, how to do some quick, easy meals. We have an exotic dancer coming in, teaching us to be sexy. So basically it is 2 nights, 3 days at the JW Marriott here in Las Vegas. I'm super stoked. I'm already trying to figure out my outfits. I don't know yet I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to figure out my outfits already. And it's just going to be fun, you guys. We're going to have so much fun. Come. We can go to the pool. There's going to be a bar. We're going to have some, maybe some mimosas, all sorts of fun stuff. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Oh, good. I'm glad I've helped you, Danielle. So come. So go to Secret Society Retreat to look it up. Tons of information there. It's awesome. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for all of us to go. I am 38. I am 38 years old. For the question that asked. Yeah, I'm 38. Getting close to 40. I don't know how I feel about that. My husband's stoked that I'm getting close to 40, but I don't know. Is it possible to transmit virus from your vagina to your face, please? Like if I touch my vagina after my face. So yes, it's possible to transmit herpes to other parts of your body. No, if you already have the antibodies. So if you've had herpes for a while, then and you have the antibodies, like if you were tested positive through antibodies, you already have it and you're not going to transmit it to other parts in your body. So I wouldn't worry about that. Again, I don't mess around with it. I don't have an outbreak. I don't rub my eye. You know what I mean? I don't mess around with it, but you don't need to stress yourself out over it. Cool. Any last questions, my friends? I feel like, oh, gracias por eso, espacio. You're welcome. You're welcome. My husband doesn't care that I have it, but he doesn't want to be tested. Should I pressure the issue? No, I don't. If he doesn't care, then why does it matter? My husband, Bill, he usually is I don't want to get tested. I don't care. And I'm like, no, I want to know. But if it I want to know only because of what I talk about. So if he does get it, I would like to know so that we could talk about it. But if this wasn't something we talked about all the time, I talk about it daily, I wouldn't want to know. I don't care. If he doesn't care, it's not an impact in our marriage. No big deal. So I would say no, don't pressure it. If he doesn't want it to get tested, don't worry about it. Is it possible to have 2 STDs, STIs at once? Yeah, absolutely. You can be diagnosed with multiple STDs. The difference between an STD and STI, they're trying to change it to STI. I just like the word STD. Let's be serious. It's just what it is. It's an STD. But there are some that are curable. I don't like to use the word curable, but there's some that are infections and some that are, no longer infections, that they are incurable. So I know it is scary. You can get multiples at one time. So there's bacterial infections And then there's viral infections. Bacterial infections are quote unquote curable. I don't like to use the word cure, but it's treatable. Viral infections, you do not get rid of, you have them for life. So that's why they call them like infections, things like that, because like sometimes they are just an infection. But yeah, you can have multiple ones at once. In fact, a lot of people, when they're diagnosed with herpes, they are also diagnosed simultaneously with chlamydia or gonorrhea, also HPV. So it is very common. I think that's it, my friends. I've got to run. Gonna go be a mom. And I will see you all soon. Have a happy Thursday. Can't wait to talk to you guys on Friday. And I don't know, it's 71 degrees here in Las Vegas. I don't know why that was important to tell you. But I don't know why. I was trying to look at the temperature. 71. It's cool here. I have a sweatshirt on. It feels awesome. Nothing to do with herpes. I'm just telling you that. All right. Bye, guys. Feel free to keep asking questions. I respond to them. I do the best that I can do. I'll see you all soon. Bye.